Hey YouTube, just making a quick little update video. So obviously, as you can see, my channel's mostly full of vacuums, and I figured, if the living room can have some nice shiny chrome running around in it, maybe I should add some chrome to another room. So these are a couple parts and pieces of another appliance. You can tell what it is. If not, there's some more of it. Some bits and pieces, shined up some parts, and now for the main attraction. Now, if you don't already know what this is, maybe the little handle will give you a hint. This is actually a Lady Kenmore wringer washer. Now this was, I believe, it's a 1965 model. Can't get this to, zoom up real close, but there you go, 11065. So it's a 1965. As you can almost see, this right here is a plexiglass lid, because when I bought this machine, long story short, we'll say I didn't get the lid, and I'm not going to get the lid. So there's that. So I'm just gonna, finish trimming this up, put the lid on here, and then put a little, gasket around there. I found a nice cabinet drawer knob that'll go with the white and chrome color scheme really nicely. As you can see, there's the two levers. That one is for your wash, and this over here is for a filter pump, well, a water filter, but it kicks on a pump. How this was supposed to work is, you can see right there the little hole. Originally, it was fitted with this hose, and there would have been a nozzle that came out and stuck through that hole into the filter that I kind of showed you already, and all the water would get pushed down through here and spray out that hole and out through the filter screen. Now, two things just that I'll throw out there. All the Lady Kenmore models, when they put Lady in front of Kenmore, that was like the top notch, doesn't get any fancier than that kind of model. So actually, a lint filter was like the creme de la washing machine. So if you have this, you're really set. Also, this has the Kenmore Rotaswirl and the washing machine collectors. That's what this one's got. I was able to use the washing machine for a couple loads, and it works pretty nice, albeit I didn't fill it up with enough water. The wringer looks pretty good. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it to engage in this direction, which would be the normal feed through, but I'll work on the gears. Shouldn't be that hard. And when I get this all fixed up, I'll have a full video posted, but just kind of giving you a little project update, what I've been up to. So yeah, and if anybody else wants to see anything, some more washing machine related stuff, it's really cool. If you notice, all these papers are actually, I believe, the 1960s Sears Kenmore service manual. So I've found the old service manual and I've just been using it. There's all different kinds of stuff in here, and what do you know, I actually found, not sure if I'll be able to find it in this video, but they had at one point in time, instead of the two levers to activate your washer and your filter pump, they actually had mounted into your timer assembly. It was a little bit different design, but I actually had push buttons. Oh, there would be a push button over in this area, and you'd push on it, and it would actually be an electronic solenoid would engage your agitator just by electric push button, and that only ran for 2 years in the 50s. I can't give you exact dates, but yeah, so they went from electric back to manual. So apparently this design worked a little better. All this is right here, because this is your actual control panel. There's an overload protector here, so if you put too much clothes in it and bogs down the motor too much, that'll throw itself. And they give you all different types, or all different guidelines. If it's like it's supposed to run at 7 amps, if it runs at 7.5 amps for an hour, it'll kick it, and if it runs at 16 amps, it'll run for 30 seconds. There's a whole rundown on that. Then your timer, the way this works is apparently there's contacts in the timer itself to when you have it, like, take it back. This is a 10-minute wash, and when it's engaged, all the contacts in this timer, they all hook up to the electricity to complete the circuit, and they send the power through to your washing machine. So after the timer dings, it's a timer dinging, and the power shuts off to the washing machine. So I thought that was kind of cool. Also, you got a 2-speed motor, normal and slow, and this affects the motor, so you can ring at a slower speed. Now they claim that slow speed ringing would be for delicate items. In my mind, I would think a slower ringer would mean the pressure would be on the cloth for a longer time, and that would be like a deeper ring. Might be wrong. I'm just gonna kind of go with what they say so I don't jack anything up, but so that's that. Yeah, so there's my 7-minute washing machine project update. One last thing I'll note before I leave the video. I noticed this cap on here was had a bunch of like rubber tips on it. Turns out that when they sold these, since like wash plungers and washboards were still like the common way to do it, or at least a more in mind way of doing it, people still remembered washing clothes by hand. This was actually used to replace your scrub board. So if you had a really bad stain or something, just the movement of this being on your washing machine agitator, going back and forth, you just hold up whatever your stain was, and the rubber would scrub away at the stain. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, lots of chrome, lots of, all kinds of different fancy cool stuff. So back in the day, this was $150, and nowadays with the inflation and blah blah blah, that works out to just about $400. Yeah, so $400 for the old school way of doing clothes. But can't wait to get this thing apart and fixed up, and there'll be a new video posted when it does. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.